what we need, it's clearly mentioned here that we have to enhance our cybersecurity awareness. We need to make sure that our people are equipped with knowledge of cybersecurity, to make sure that our people are aware and understand that they need to get a lot of knowledge on cybersecurity. And I think the month of awareness, which is going to start a few weeks from now or a few days from now, we are going to see it even bigger than what we have seen the past 2 years. The other thing that I picked here is that we speak about capacity building. I think this is very important. Why? Because I think even yesterday, Madam President, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan mentioned very clearly that the threats, these cyber attacks, recognize no border. They are borderless crime with tremendous destructive power. They can bring down our critical infrastructure. They can cause, they can make us lose a lot of money in our banking institution or financial institutions. So what I would say on capacity building, I think we need to enhance, we need to do more, because I think, Shomari, you're doing something that I could call Azman Umur, an interesting thing that you're currently doing on capacity building, making sure that our people are equipped with current knowledge on threats that are currently facing us, the challenge that we are currently experiencing, and so on. So that capacity building also is very important. Collaboration, they spoke, I think, all of these people here, that we need to enhance our collaboration, not only internally through our organization within countries, but also cross-border collaboration. As I've said, these cybercrime are borderless. So if you cannot enhance collaboration with partners from other parts of the world, then I think the job will be quite difficult to deal with. And of course, I picked also the story of critical infrastructure protection. We now, for example, in Tanzania, we speak of Tanzania ya kidigitali, digital Tanzania. We speak of making sure that we talk of digital economy. We have SGR, which is automated fully. We have these sensors and IoT utilized in a wide range. So we are having a lot of challenges. If we may have a lot of challenges as a continent, as a nation, and so on, if we don't really put a lot of effort on protecting this critical infrastructure. So I picked that as well. So now, as I wind up my panel session, I want, starting far end from my brother Shomari there, can you share with us your final thoughts? And also, if you might note, you could also add what are the current ongoing program probably you have specifically on increasing capacity building on our people in our organizations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kileo, for your last question. Basically, I can talk about 3 components that are very important to combat the problems that we are discussing today. The 3 components involve the people, the process, and the technology. If we properly invest on proper technology, it could help us to a large extent on how we can be able to timely detect these cyber crimes and make appropriate action. On the side of process, we have in place a number of regulations, laws, rules that are used to monitor how our actions could be useful in making sure that we get protected on our information and devices. But the first P is standing for people, where on the side of people is where the issue of capacity building is very important. People with the right skills could be a very important resource to ensure that they ensure the protection of informations and devices at our individual level, but also in our working place. But also on the side of people, we need a commitment from the people. We also need people to be aware that they should push themselves to ensure that they do what is necessary to spearhead the government efforts in ensuring that we move the agenda of digital transformation in the right path. Now, the last component of how we increase the awareness, we've been doing a number of efforts currently to spread the information, our campaign, to increase enrollment on our students, but also we've been doing some collaborations with different academic institutions so that together we are able to spread the knowledge on how we can be able to protect our information systems and infrastructure. We recently have started a new program on vocational education in ICT that will be able to build the capacity of young generation to start acquiring the ICT knowledge from the grassroots when they complete their secondary education.
Is it on cybersecurity?
Yeah, it is ICT that will give them the skills that can be able to move forward to the cybersecurity specialization.
So specifically on cybersecurity, what do you do?
On cybersecurity, we basically continue to propagate our campaign to our existing students in the community so that they register to our existing programs that we continue to announce and advertise so that they get the training that we offer at our institution.
Your call?
My call is for the parents in the community to be aware and get registered whenever we announce this program so that they can benefit from the program that we announce on the side of cybersecurity.
Thank you, Shomari. My brother Wangwe. I think it's good to understand Shomari is doing a great job, and I really feel I have to say congratulations. What you're doing is fantastic, and I was lucky to be able to see what you do and how you're progressing. So a very good thing you're doing. So now, my brother Wangwe, quickly, I want you to give us your final thoughts. And as you provide us your final remarks or thoughts, then tell us a little bit, what do you think we can, just tips, 1, 2, 3, tips that we can, you can advise the audience that they can put in place so that they can step up or scale up the cybersecurity on the organization, on their nations and so on.
Okay, for the audience members, okay.
I can let you talk for me. Is it allowed?
Come again?
I'm just joking. Okay, so I think I will do a dual, as you said, final thoughts and what I think I would advise. First of all, of course, AI is very interesting, but also knowing the dark side of it is a bit scary. I would advise that we could think of designing and deploying trusted AI application through frameworks such as NIST, AI Risk Management Framework, and also we can consider using ISO framework for AI systems for using machine learning. So these are, at least for now, the very comprehensive frameworks which can help you use AI in a so-called safe mode. Another thing I would like to call upon is to embed cybersecurity into organizational culture. The problem is that cybersecurity comes as an afterthought, so I think it is very critical that it becomes a part and parcel of the organization. It could, maybe you won't categorically mention it in the core value, but at least in the organization culture, it should be there. Another very crucial point is, now this is very high level because of time. I think it is important to deploy something we call security by design and also privacy by design in all aspects. So whatever you do for the organization, be it renewing things or getting new stuff, whatever you do, make sure you employ security by design and also privacy by design. But also, there is a very key aspect. It's called deploying a human AI partnership. I'll call upon you to come and attend the 8th TIC. I'll be presenting a very comprehensive paper on AI human partnership. And we have seen AI has the dark side, and there are some issues whereby human is human. Human is the one who made AI, and still human can manipulate AI. So it is important, if you want a concrete solution, to have a good AI-human partnership. So I call upon you to come and receive that very comprehensive paper, which will help you put in very good plans in your organizations. Far but not least, the issue of awareness and education is inevitable, but it is very important to collaborate. Always collaborate with your fellow people within the circle, but also the people within your sector. Let's say it's private sector, public sector, but also not living around the regional and international community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Wangwe. Sadrah. Sadrah, he spoke about collaboration. So as you give your final thoughts, your final remarks, can you share your experience with us? How do you think we can collaborate better? What are the things we should consider when we want to collaborate? Something like that, collaboration.
Thank you. The way I can respond this is by giving an example of recently I was on one radio station back home, and we got a question from listeners. They were like, we have so many problems, but we don't know about these things. Yet we were telling them about cybersecurity and everything. So, but what I can say, collaboration, it's not something which is hard. And the government it cannot do the work by its own. I can repeat that. Government cannot, even if it's there and it regulates and they develop policies and measures to be taken, but they cannot spread the word to the communities at large without collaboration with different entities. So it's our law, just private companies, public entities to collaborate and sit and see what we can do together. And someone shared that if you go together, you will go far. So I think we have to put in mind that we have to go far. We don't have to go fast. We have to go far. And if you want to go far, we have to do the collaboration. So I think just to give you some tips about what we can do as
to enhance collaboration.
Yes. Okay. I was about to give you the tips about how people can protect them online. We found that 90% people, the target, he is the one who took the decision to be attacked. 90%. The 10% is just that attack which you have no any action against it. So if you end user, you have 90% as an action taken to be attacked. So collaboration between different entities to teach our people is necessary. So I think we have to have an open framework which will allow many entities to fit in those collaborations. We touched on AI, and I can say that we have AI risk assessment framework. We help some organizations back home, and I wish we can help some other organization here about AI. AI is a tool. It's not something which is coming from heaven. And if it's a tool like a knife, you can use your knife in a bad way. You can even use it in a good way. So it's up to people to use it in a good way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think the collaboration part, in Tanzania, for example, we have PPP, and I think we have even the boss for it. We really encourage private, public, and partnerships. So I think collaboration is it's a way to go. Now, final thoughts from you, my brother Bruno, and as you give your final thoughts, tell us a little bit of what do you think it's a challenge that probably you see it's a challenge when it comes to collaboration, because I think in Tanzania, you know, we have PPP. We encourage collaboration between private and public. And as he mentioned very clearly, Sadrah, that we can't really, the government itself cannot do everything. So we need to collaborate with other partners. So on your, as you give your final thoughts, you can share with us what do you think might be a challenge? Why do you think the government and private sector, if they can't collaborate the way you feel they should collaborate, then what do you think might be the challenge? And you can suggest also what can be done better for us to enhance that collaboration. PPP.
I think PPP is a good idea, but possible most of the people are not aware of it. So what I would suggest is for the government to find a way to make people aware of it, and by doing so, it can be easily now for different organizations, etc., to go straight to the government so that they can be able to work together. But another thing is just information sharing, which is very important. A lot of people avoid sharing the information. If you avoid sharing information, there is a difficult to do collaboration. So I would say people should be ready to share information, and this can help other people, because one learning which you are having today can help prevent others to get the same problem.
Learning from one another. Similar, like for example, a company X can be attacked today, and same attack, same technique will happen to company Y, because there is a lack of information sharing here. Thank you very much, Bruno, for that. And from my final thoughts as well, I would say that we need to collaborate. We need to work together as a team. We must enhance the knowledge of our people. We must invest on awareness as well, so that at least we can be able to secure our digital world. We are quite connected than ever before. Things are connected than we were 10, 20 years ago. So what we have to do is to do more, so that we can utilize this technology effectively. At the same time, we can be able to protect them and protect people who are using that technology. Thank you very much, my panelists. Thank you very much, Madan, for having this panel at the last one. And I think we have seen a number of panel sessions since morning. Everyone was talking about cybersecurity, cyber attacks, to show it's very important agenda that we need to address every now and then. Thank you very much, Madan, for putting this quite interesting panel discussion. Thank you very much, my team, and I look forward to meet you again next time. Thank you.
And a big round of applause to Yusuph for putting together this fantastic panel and anchoring the entire discussion.